I guess the first question, especially after last night, how do you wake up the bats, especially amongst the returners and experienced guys who are kind of starting slow?
That's a good question, and it's got a lot more to do with the mental side of it than the physical side of it, and that's part of baseball. And hitting. That's why hitting is so challenging and so difficult. If it was just a physical skill, you could go back and look at tape and correct it and so on. But I think it's deeper than that with a lot of our players. I think it's a little bit mental right now. They're putting a tremendous amount of pressure on themselves to come up and deliver each and every time, and we just got to get them to enjoy the game. I think it's no more complicated than that. To look at the game for what it is, we're playing it for an enjoyment. We want to be competitive, certainly, but I think we get back to that a little bit. They'll loosen up, and then their skills will take over. So it's more of a mental thing than a physical thing at this point.
Brad McEwen's been able to put up some solid numbers through the first month plus of the season, especially lately. What has he done to improve?
Well, he's a pretty good worker. He's a pretty competitive young person, and that's something that I was hoping that maybe some of our other players would see, is that when Brad goes up to the plate, he competes real hard. He's very aggressive. He's not taking a lot of pitches. Some of our hitters are taking a lot of pitches, getting deep into counts, and Brad rarely gets to two strikes. He puts the ball in play before that. It's good to see because he does give us he's very fast. It gives us a different kind of an element that we sometimes have lacked with some of our teams, is that speed component. But he had another good at bat last night to drive in the first run, and he had a great weekend at Missouri State, and we hope it continues.
What can you tell us about Evansville, and what's the scouting report on the Aces?
Well, they're a little bit similar to us. They pitch. I think you're going to see some low-scoring games, especially out at TD Ameritrade there. They have a really good leadoff hitter, and a kid by the name of Eric Stamets, who is 18 for 19 on stolen bases. He's probably one of the best athletes, if not the best athlete in the league. So we have to somehow control them. Their pitchers will be similar to us, throw a lot of strikes. Their defense is neck and neck with us right now. I think we might have committed one more error than they have up to this point. So you're going to see a lot of similarities in the two teams. I hope we can out-execute them a little bit. I hope our bats can come alive a little bit. We can find ways to score 5 runs each game. When we score 5 runs in a game, we're very, very successful. So very comparable competition this weekend. We need to kind of get off the schneid a little bit and get going in this league so we don't get too far behind.
You had Eric start on Saturday, pushing Andrew to Sunday. Are you comfortable with the weekend rotation after tie?
Well, I think Eric will start again this Saturday. He kept us in the game, did a pretty good job for the 4 or 5 innings that we asked him to pitch. We're not asking Eric to go 7 or 8 innings like we would Ty Block on a Friday. We'd like to see Ty go in the 7th and 8th inning. Eric's not quite built to do that yet. Sunday, we're still holding out. We're leaning towards going with Shane Liska on Sunday. Shane came out of the bullpen and did very well this weekend against Missouri State. We held him out of the game last night with the idea that we're trying to prepare him for a Sunday start, even though Nick Music did a very, very good job last night. So I think we've got a couple different options on Sunday. We're probably not going to decide until maybe even as late as Saturday who our Sunday starter will be.
Baseball always kind of seems to be the kind of game that has constant adjustments. With the games that you've already played and the Valley ahead, what kind of adjustments are you and your staff looking at, or key areas of improvement?
Well, we have to make some adjustments offensively. We have to be more creative. A lot of our offense is built on getting the leadoff hitter on base, and we just haven't done a very good job of getting our leadoff hitter on base. So we can get into some kind of a rhythm, whether it be our bunt game or our hit and run game or steal game or whatever, but we just haven't done a good enough job in creating those opportunities because our leadoff hitter hasn't been on. It is a game of adjustments. We've talked a lot with these players on some of the things that we need to do. We haven't had as many opportunities to practice because the games have been coming pretty fast for us. And we hope that once we get into a little bit of a rhythm here now as far as playing Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that the players will settle down a little bit and that we can start playing up to our potential. There's a lot more potential. There's a lot more there with this team than what we've been able to show the last week and a half to 2 weeks. And I'm still excited about the possibilities here if we can get this thing straightened out. We still have a lot of games to go. You're going to have some of these spells, no matter how good a club you have. And the difference is the good clubs don't stay in them very long. And that's what we have to fight to get through it here. We got to stay together as a group. And I see that happening. And, better days are ahead. So we're anxious for the weekend to get here and to play a home weekend series.
All right, good luck.